What made me decide to serve was seeing my cousins and my uncles serve in the military and the respect that they got.
From the community?
From the community,
from
family, from friends, just when they came home from serving, just the respect they got overall. It's kind of why I decided to serve. I went in as a food service specialist. First I started out in the Army, which I served 11 years, and then I went to the Air National Guard and finished. So I did food service my whole entire career, but I also served in a search and recovery outfit. It was very satisfying to see that they got the kind of meals, maybe not at home, but the closer we can get them to having a home cooked meal. And they were always happy with what we gave them. So I was happy to create things for them, make them feel better about being deployed and away from home and loved ones. I think a lot of people have forgotten the sacrifices we have made. We go and we do everything we're told to do, directed to do, and not think twice about doing it. But when you come back home, I think a lot of people don't understand some of the things you go through on a deployment. When you go to the front line, when you see some of the things that you see and they come back home with you, you're not the same person that you left. You come back, you're totally different. And I wish people could kind of understand that. And I don't think it's taken as seriously as it should be.
The project is about warriors within. What part of you felt, or how did you feel strong enough to make that decision that you knew you were going to have to face some pretty horrible things? So what does it take in a man to do that?
To face some of the things that you're going to come in contact with while deployed or any other place, location other than the U.S. is training. We get great training to kind of prepare us for a lot of things that we see. Hands-on training, in the classroom training, battlefield training. The training is what gets you through a lot of stuff. Nothing compares to being hands-on training versus when you go out on deployment. Of course, it's on-the-job training, so you're always going to learn a little bit more than you did back home training. So the overall thing is that it forms that camaraderie, and the camaraderie helps you get through a lot of things with a lot of training. You got your buddy's back, he's got yours. Some of the sacrifices that families make that people don't see is the fact that they're serving when we serve. When we leave, there's a void there. They want to know if you're okay each and every day. And sometimes they don't know because there could be weeks where you're not contacting your family, depending on where you are. And that causes a lot of stress on the family from beginning to the middle, or just when you get back home. People don't see the sacrifices they go through. They go through just as much as we go through to try to make sure or to understand once we get home why we're not the same, why you can't be as loving as you were, why are you not happy. You know, there's a thing that you don't talk about with your family because it's hard. But I think, if anything, they understand more than anyone else, but it's a hard sacrifice and push on them just to try to get an understanding of why you are and who you are and what you did and why you had to do it. One of the things people can do back home to help support more, I think, in some of the programs that are offered to veterans once they're home, back from deployments, if we could just do a little bit more there. And it takes so long for us to get the help we need. For instance, I don't know, what I've seen is a lot of, they call it the 22s. We lose 22 veterans a day to suicide, right? You have to really think about that. It's really hard, especially somebody you know and you've been to combat with, you served with. That's your family, that's your buddy, it's your friend. You see them one day and the next day they're gone because they couldn't cope when they got back. All because we couldn't get in to get an appointment to see someone, to talk about what we went through and what we're going through, or the family suffer for what we did or what we didn't do. So I think more programs offered to veterans to help them right away when they come back would be awesome. When I'm doing search and recovery or just recovering bodies. The hardest part is seeing that it's one of our guys, male, female. Females were especially hard because that's your mother, your father, your mother, your sister, you know, that kind of thing. Your father, your brother. You see that, and the hardest thing is learning how to cope with each and every day, picking them up, putting them in the bags, getting them back to the loved ones as quick as possible. But while you're doing that, it runs through your mind that the next time this could be you. You don't know every time you go outside that wire if you're coming back. I think that was one of the hardest things for me, and just trying to put it in a compartmentalize it and make sure that I recognize when I've had enough. I've did 40 bodies in 1 week. Very hard thing for me, one of my hardest weeks. And sleep deprivation is a big thing, no sleep. You know, so those kind of things wear your body down. And doing that kind of job, even if it's 6, 7 months at a time, and those many bodies that come in and out and doing the things we prepare them to go home, it wears on you. So I guess the hardest thing is to see them, to have them come in. If there's nobody's coming in, it's a great day. Every time we see that plane come in with another one, it's hard. I'm always glad I served. I wouldn't change the thing I did or the way I went through it, the things I've been exposed to, good and bad. I'm always honored to serve my country. I'm very proud to be American. I've been to a lot of different countries where a lot of them wish they were American. And America is a great place. Let's make no mistake about it. If it was so bad, why is everybody coming here, number one? So everybody's coming here. So it's a great place to live and get a chance to express your ideas and things of that nature. But I'm glad to be American. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else compared to a lot of the countries I went to. So. What the future holds for me, I believe I'm going to be, one, permanently retired and maybe just enjoying the things I like to do hobby-wise, cooking and fishing and things of that nature, just relaxing and enjoy whatever time I have left, you know, in the world. So, and enjoying my kids and things of that nature.
Job well done.
Thank you.
Thank you for your service.
You're welcome. Anytime.